Imagine you hear that there are three Marys, and let me explain what I mean. So you know Mary, the mother of Jesus. Imagine you hear that we have three virginal conceptions. What would you think? Anyway, hi, I'm Ruby. Welcome to Ruby Tree Books, and today I am discussing Three Marys by Glenn Cooper. Let's get into it. So this book starts out in a very boom way. You know the way Dan Brown book starts like. So I remember reading somewhere, I don't know if it was this particular book or another of Glenn Cooper's book, that says this reminds, if you love Dan Brown, you love his books, by the way. But yeah, it's true. But it's just that I feel like Dan Brown has set a very high standard that this it felt like it, but it wasn't it. Do you understand? So yeah, I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a Dan Brown. Do you understand? Yeah. So let's get into it. Three young ladies, very married, living in different parts of the world, get vaginal conceptions, and what they hear something speaking to them in their ear about something. They don't know who speaks it, but they see a bright white light, and then everybody around them says, "Oh, you have been blessed by the Virgin Mary, and you are to carry this child to conception." So they are taken away to give birth to these children because they are holy children. And there's so many things that goes on in the background, and I had an inkling. I mean, I've been reading that brand for so long, so obviously I would have an inkling that something was wrong or someone set something up. So yes, and I was right, because when I was reading this, I was like, what are people cooking? What is it that when? And I was able to, like, yay, I was right. I figured out like this is what was going on, not entirely, but to an extent. People wanted certain control, and the way they could achieve that kind of control was by creating this kind of controversy, and it was just a lot, right? And the one thing that was able to guide me through this book was remembering what the Word of God says. There is not going to be any other Virgin Mary. It's only that one. There's some miracles in the Bible that are not repeated, and that is one miracle that would most likely not be repeated. I don't think there is any, and there were three, so I just figured, yeah, it wasn't real. So my understanding of the Bible was what was able to guide me through that. I think I'll talk about one thing, the beauty of motherhood. So I didn't expect these girls who had been forced, because they did not have a choice to have these children, and then how they were able to embrace being mothers. It was beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, my babies have grown up. The girls themselves. And it's important to talk about their different backgrounds. So like I said, there were three different girls from different parts of the world. So they had different experiences of what life was or what life is. And you could see it in their interactions with themselves, in their relationships with people. So their personalities was able to shine despite the fact that they were in similar situations. And I really like that. I like that they did not have a uniform kind of template, like, oh, even down to their physical features, it wasn't so uniform. The only thing they had was the name Mary. That was the only thing they had in common. And they also attended the Roman Catholic Church. That was the only thing. Also, I liked the development of the characters. I didn't like how it ended, where someone died. Like, I didn't really like that. I felt like that was so unnecessary. It didn't have to happen. But I know it's just my opinion. It's nothing about the book. Anyways, I'm going to have to wrap this up now. So bye. See you in my other videos.